What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm Vusi Megs, and I made a mistake.
Juki got the sauce, bitch.
So, if you've been part of the team, if you've been subscribed to the YouTube channel or this YouTube channel, then you know that last week, basically all the trades that we had last week were bangers and stuff like that. So, I did a video talking about how what's going on in the United States meant traders can like use that to our advantage and make money from that. And last week we did that successfully, but then this week things took a little bit of a turn. And in this video, I'm gonna like explain to you guys what had happened and what I basically learned from the lessons, right? I don't like to call them losses because like I always learn from the mistakes that I do. So I think that's a positive attitude that everybody needs to have. So although it's the midnight right now, I'm tired and stuff like that. Like I really need to get this video out of my system because basically this has been what's been on my mind the whole time, right? So I'm just gonna make this video and then like I'm gonna explain to you guys what I learned from the losses and what exactly happened because all my trades that are open, I've opened 2 trades so far, and I know the week is far from being over, but like I take my trades serious, right? So I've taken some losses so far, and I just want to go into that and tell you guys what happened, and let's see what we can learn from it, and let's see how we can make money going forward. All right. Alright, fam. So if this is your first time, welcome to Vusi Supreme Traders. This is my YouTube channel. This is where I like to keep I like to take a record of everything that I do that's Forex related, and I like to just put content out there. So if this is what you enjoy, or if you find the content helpful in any way, please do subscribe, leave a like, and comment. I know that's what every other YouTuber says, but it's really helpful. So let me tell you guys what happened, right? So we need to first look at the GBPUSD, right? So with the GBPUSD, fam, we analyzed this in the H4 time frame, right? So all in all, I was able to like draw these 2 trend lines here, right? So the green trend line came from this low, which was the lowest low at the time because the price was actually somewhere here. So there was this low, right? But then we was looking at the trend line, which was this. I think the price was somewhere along here. It was still going down. So at the time, the lowest low was this one. That's what we drew. We looked at the first high, and then we looked at the second high, which was the second low. This was the basically the bottom of the chart, and this was the second low. So kind of like joined this, and then we aligned it to the current price as always. And then this is where we found that the chart was kind of like a struggle between buyers and sellers. So this was a signal, or not a signal to open a trade, but this was a signal to kind of show you that this is a valid trend line, right? So the market broke down, as I'm telling you. So the price was like over there, and then at the same time we looked at the highs, right? So the lows were getting higher and the highs were getting lower. So it was kind of a consolidation phase, which kind of broke down, right? So the market now is going back up. So as to be expected, I was expecting a lower high somewhere there, and then the price was going to go down, right? But that didn't happen, fam. And what ended up happening was the price broke out, right? Instead of like getting a lower high there, the price broke out. But then this happened at the same time when we started to see like riots at the United States and stuff like that. So I did a video where I talked about how like what was going on there meant that fundamentally speaking the dollar would lose strength. So any other pair that's against the dollar would actually gain in value. So that's what happened. So we bought, and then we kind of secured profit last week there, right? So when we secured the profit there, right, what ended up happening was we opened a trade on Monday, which was yesterday, a buy, right? I opened a buy there because I knew, like, listen, if the next trend line that we have on this pair is the black trend line, and the black trend line I think is analyzed on the daily chart. So let me just show you what's going on the daily chart. This is what's going on the daily chart, fam, right? So the market, obviously, we had a break out of the blue trend line like I showed you. So the next zone that the market has to reach is actually at the black trend line. So in a very understandable manner, we opened a buy, right? I opened a buy somewhere at this candlestick right there, which meant that this was a breakout from the previous high, right? I had the SL there, fam, right? The SL at the end of this week. Maybe I should have put it lower, stuff like that, but like obviously you can see the candlestick or the price went and basically killed my stop loss, which eliminated me from the trade, right? And then after that, like obviously, like the key thing is you never want to chase a market, right? So I didn't chase the market, right? And instead I took a L, and I don't know how much I took. I'm just gonna put a screenshot right over here, right? So this is how much of a L I took on this pair, and I didn't want to chase it, but it quickly recovered. As you can see, it only took 2 candlesticks for the price to get back. So I'm still expecting this to go up there, right? But right now I'm not gonna open a buy or anything like that. I'm gonna wait to see how the price reacts at that level, because if you remember what I told you, for me to enter this buy that I opened here, I first had to look at the breakout that happened. So I'm also gonna pay attention to the same thing when it happens there, instead of now like opening trade prematurely and looking to kind of make what I lost back, which wasn't even much. Like I'm just kind of, I don't know, I'm just kind of mad at myself for a little bit. Not on this pair, but on the EURUSD. And I'm going to show you now why I'm mad at myself for the EURUSD. So from the EURUSD, we need to look at it at the daily time frame, right? So the EURUSD, like I'm telling you guys, last week, because of the riots that were happening in the United States and stuff like that, it was to be expected to see this pair kind of like not the pair, but to see the dollar lose strength over every other pair. So we bought here, and when I say we, I mean I sent out a signal to my group, which is a free WhatsApp group. The link is gonna be the first comment, right? The first comment or the pinned comment in this video is gonna be the link to the WhatsApp group. Just go ahead and join it if you want me to help you in any way, right? So what happened there is we made a profit and we secured there, right? But as you see, this black trend line now, this is a major resistance zone, right? So when the pair got to that level now, I want to show you like in the H4 time frame now, so it makes sense. So now the pair, when it got to this is the black trend line that we were just looking at in the daily time frame, right? So when the price got there, this was a huge not psychological traders. This was a huge psychological level for traders to start selling the pair, right? And it did happen so because we started losing strength, right? And the next level where this price was headed was here at the support zone, which is also a support zone through the trend line. That's an ascending channel. But if you want to see more about it, just go to the previous analysis and stuff like that. You'll see all of this analysis in detail, right? So I'm just highlighting what happened here. So we started to see like a sell off. Obviously, it was to be expected. It was a psychological level, as I'm telling you. And then I started to see strength. I had a sell stop here at this level because this was the lowest the price had gone. So while it was consolidating, I just had a sell stop there, right? And then the price kind of broke through, right? And then I had a SL at this area right here, right? I had a SL at this area right here because anything above that would have not made sense. You understand? So I had a SL there and I had a TP somewhere around here. So you see the price kind of went down, and then we just started seeing an influx of buyers out of nowhere, and they took over the market. But I'm mad at myself for this trade, right? Because like I said, fam, in the previous trade, not in the previous trade, last week I said I made it a point to make a video, and I told you guys that, listen, you know, the dollar is gonna lose strength over other currency pairs, over other currencies. So any pair with the USD, just expect it to either be going up if the dollar is being used as a base pair. Expect it to be going down if the dollar is being used as a base pair. And if it's any other pair as a base pair with the dollar against that pair, against that currency, expect the market to go up, which is what had happened. So I kind of like forgot about the fundamental aspect of the trade because I'm more of a technical trader than a fundamental trader. And so it happened that I opened this trade, but at least I had a SL, and the loss wasn't really that much. I'm gonna put the screenshot right here also for that one. So I'm just kind of like, listen, man, if I just relaxed maybe, or if I just didn't forget about if I just put my technical analysis rules aside and kind of like thought of it fundamentally, maybe I wouldn't have opened this trade. So that's just a lesson that I learned today from these trades. I feel like this was a loss that I shouldn't have taken on this one, especially. So I'm not going to be doing anything like that ever again. I'm just going to, try to look at it logically. And sometimes I'm going to have to put my technical tools aside when it matters the most, like at these instances, because right now fundamentals are taking over on the USD pairs, right? So that's what happened, fam. I'll admit, I was kind of bummed out a bit because I was like, damn, Vusi, how like was it possible for you to like forget the fundamentals? Because you were just saying the other day that, listen, man, the fundamentals of this pairs are looking like this, and for some reason, when it was time to trade, I just couldn't let go of my technical tools, like I said. So that's something that I'm just gonna keep at the back of my mind now when I'm making. I might have to, like, every time I have to trade something fundamentally, or like have a fundamental outlook on something, I might have to write it down on my notebook, my trading journal, like I said. So if you also want to know about trading journals, the video is gonna be in the link below, because I've done a video on trading journals. So I'm gonna link that. Go check that out if you haven't. And thank you guys for watching, man. I'm gonna get some sleep because I got eye bags literally. I'm gonna get some sleep, wake up in the morning. I'm gonna analyze NES 100. I wanna see if the Nasdaq, I wanna see if we can make money on that. And if there is a chance, most probably you're gonna see a video in the morning pop up, right? So that's all I got for you. Thank you guys for watching. Keep it locked. Peace out.